Hello citizens of Tokusatsu Central, I am Jared Rand, and today we are going to be doing part 1 in a series of reviews for X Emperor. So, the first review that I'm doing will be for all of the changing noises. Everything with the X changer and the VS changer, and then the next video will be all about the mecha combinations that this allows for. So, this is our semi-6th Ranger of the series, Lupinranger versus Patranger. Even though the series started out with 6 Rangers, this is our, by default, technical 6th Ranger. Lupin X and Patron X. It's one character, but he's sort of a double agent that everyone knows is a double agent, so it doesn't really work on that front. But in all actuality, pretty cool so far in the series. Yeah, there isn't much in terms of plot development in the series, though, except for him. He was the only development that happened. So, yeah, we might as well get into the trains. Okay, so here are all of the trains. We have in the front, I believe this is called oh shit, Fire Dial Fighter, and this is the Thunder Trigger Machine. So Fire and Thunder, I need to get that down in my head. Still, after having this for like ever since it was first released, I'm still having troubles with the names. Anyway, so in the front we have the Thunder Trigger Machine and Fire Dial Fighter, and then in the back we have the Gold and Silver X trains. So I'm just going to move a couple of these off to the side and take a look at... Here is Fire, as you can see, of course, done up mostly in gray, of course, couple of detail thrown in, very train-esque, of course. It's more of a bullet train than a locomotive, so up here is a lot of the red. The main color, of course, being silver, but the main accent color mostly being red with the orange stripe that pretty sure most of the line is known for having. Up here is a fake dial that does not work. A couple of the flip out features are that fin, which will be for later, and the dial feature, considering that this is an actual working dial, the feature would be flipping out these two things. And I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be railguns, but it doesn't work. They don't work. So, of course, molded in cockpit right there. I would have preferred if they actually, colored in the X up there. Would have been cool if they did that, but they didn't, and I'm mad at them. On the bottom, of course, working wheels, and the set of pins for the X, the VS changer. And yes, it rolls. Although in a very shitty manner, because it feels as though it's scraping against the table. The wheels are, not affecting much of its movement. Getting that out of here. Next up is the Thunder Trigger Machine. Mostly done in a bit of a mustard gold. Looks okay. In all honesty, it doesn't look much like a train, but as a VS vehicle, it looks pretty good. Bit boxy, reminds me of the Diesel Resha from Resha Sentai Tokyuger. Of course, done up once again with the standard orange, but the secondary color of this being blue, unlike how the Fire Dial Fighter was done up with the accent color of red. This big old blue thing over here, the fake trigger in the back, and some nice rail detail, may I add. Of course, there you go. Trying to be replicated on the other side, but failing. And once again, the boy rolls. I'd say a little bit better than Fire, in all honesty. And then this guy's trigger gimmick, you just flip that out, and it's supposed to be a knuckle. Failing very hard. And, of course, standard stuff for a train. But that's about it for this guy. Gonna roll this boy out of here, but not off my camera setup. Okay, on to the big boys. The ones that are mainly sold. We have silver and gold. And yes, these do separate right there in the middle. Of course, both of them. But considering that gold has multiple pieces on it, this can't be detached, which I'm mad about. This piece can come off, and that's mostly the head structure. And it's basically supposed to look like a smokestack. I'm going to move this guy as best off to the side as I possibly can. So, here is silver, of course, being a very long bullet train with this extra piece attached on it, which will be important later, I swear. With this, the accent color mostly being blue, of course, up at the front, as you can see with a lot of the blue detailing in there. I'm going to try to focus in on that. There we go. Some of the side detailing as well. A Lupinranger symbol seen on that. Unfortunately, there is no symbol for either team on these trains, but I'm pretty sure that's because the trains are supposed to be for either team, while these are specific to a team. Standard orange stripe right there, non-working dial, of course. Moving down the side, some detailing etched in, or sculpted in as well. And this thingy, which is going to be important for the mecha transformation next time. And then on the back, an orange clip. So, which will be important for later, once we get into the changer functions. A little hole right here, that once the button is pressed, these orange things will move to the side. Anyway, moving on from that one, onto gold here. You can see, very nice. A dial up in the front, which I'm pretty sure is, once again, supposed to be an homage to the Lupinrangers in the series. Of course, Patranger symbol right there, because this is for the Patranger form. Sort of a smokestack. I believe this is supposed to just reference the look of a smokestack, of it going up like so, but I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. Orange stripe, standard stuff. Railing details, of course, the wheels, and a giant hole on this extra part. This is the main thing for the X-Changer. This is what makes all the noises. So make sure not to lose this. This has everything you need in order to do the functions. This has the electronics in it. Has the spinning function, of course, up there, which is how you get the changer noises. And the gun up here, of course, that's how you get that. Make sure not to lose this. Some railing detail up at the top, of course. Make sure not to lose this. Got it? Good. And of course a fake trigger right there. So, damn it, this is too hard, whatever. We're gonna move on to the VS changer functions with these two pretty boys. Might as well grab it. I got it. Alright. Might as well do fire first. Now there is a dial code in there, because I think this just reads it as a regular dial fighter. So I'm going to just go in with a pen. The code was 218. So, standard stuff. Flip it up. So there was your finishing attack noise, a little bit of a flame thrower-esque sound in there. Now on to summoning the actual dial fighter. I may need to get some new batteries for this because this is sounding, or beginning to sound a little bit dead. Now, on to thunder. As you can see, this is meant for the Patrangers, but since the Patrangers do this, you're supposed to spin it up to the top. as you can hear, electronic noises. I keep repeating the words as you can say, or as you can see, and of course. I don't know what it is, just addicting words to say. Close it down, and back up. So, there's your noises in the VS Changer. Now, one quick thing is, these guys, the gold and silver, can work in here, but they both produce the exact same noise. So I'm only going to use gold. It says Challenger. Sounds like the opening music for The Flash. I think Dawson Rider already said that, though. So, very simple, just yelling change. So that's the noise that makes both silver and gold in the VS Changer. Okay, so now in order to make the X Changer, you're going to need these two big boys, okay? And only these two, okay? You don't need fire or thunder in the making of the X Changer. So, in order to make the X Changer, very simple. You just flip out this tab on silver to the side, put it over there. Now, spin this all the way up to the top, as you can see, of course. Press the button down, spin it out, and flip this forwards. Got it? Good. Spin it around. This is for the Lupinranger formation, but for the Patranger formation, you'd want to spin it out like this. Anyway, take silver and gold and basically just plug them together using these two tabs, like so. And in order to detach silver, and make sure that it doesn't fling out when you're spinning it around and doing the changer noises, you press this button right here, and it just comes out. And here we have the X Changer itself. Pretty damn big, in all honesty. It's fairly large and show accurate and in charge and everything you're going to need. So, as you can see, there's the Lupinranger mode of the X Changer. Might as well get the camera situated, and I'm going to start doing the changer noises. Okay, so to get the changer noises started, just going to pull out this tab right here, because there is no on and off function of this toy. So, very simple, you spin it around. You get a standby noise. If you press the trigger, that's what you're going to get. The noise is going to end up being cut off, and you're going to get nothing else. You need to spin it twice in order to get one of the forms. So, spinning it again. Yoitus The Foitus. Anyway, press the trigger, and might as well just go ahead and do the change. And there you have the transformation noise into Lupin X. Now, in order to get the train summoning noise, you need to spin this twice again. Now, as you saw spliced up in the middle of that, if you spin it to the other side, you can get the changer noise because you did spin it once. So, ignoring that, there you have the train noise. And in order to get the transformation noise of X-Emperor Slash, just press the button. And there you go. Now, spin it again to the other side. There you have the standby noise. Just press the trigger. And there you go. There is everything so far. Next up, gonna do the train summoning noise. There's the train summoning noise, and then press the trigger in order to get the noise for X-Emperor Gunner. And that's about it in terms of changer functions for the entire toy. Now, one quick thing about this. There are noises if you switch this around. And second, you don't need to press any button in order to spin this. There's going to be heavy paint chippage near the bottom, so just be careful, alright? Because if you spin this hard enough, you will end up chipping paint. Like underneath, inside of this gun part, you will end up chipping paint. But there is no button required in order to spin the entire assembly. And in order to reset the noises back to default, all you need to do is just switch the gun handle up to this part. So, might as well just give a couple of final thoughts before the end of the review. So there we have all of the changer functions for the toys in the X-Emperor, I'm going to dub it X-Emperor series of toys. Sorry, I just feel really awkward whenever I get up on the camera because I don't want to fuck up once I'm done editing this stuff. It's really challenging, especially when you have shaky hands like mine. But that's about it for all of the noises in this set, except for one more once we get to part 2 of this series of reviewing the X-Emperor set. But that's about it for all of the changer functions in the toy. Like if you enjoyed the video. Messing up already on my own ending, so that's a good sign. Thank you guys for watching. Like if you enjoyed the video that much. Subscribe if you want to see more, and comment if you want to ask any questions about the actual toy. You can check out my Instagram, rand.jared, and of course check out my other YouTube channel, Jared the Collector New, which might be ending soon. You might want to check on that. And I will see my fellow citizens of Tokusatsu Central next time when I do part 2 of the review series for X-Emperor.